So, welcome back to Eurodream once again. And here we have some special guests for you. Today we have Manmayee for an interview of how her experience was throughout her journey, be it with Eurodreams or overall journey, because she is going to University of Venice in Bachelor's in Business Administration and Management. Now,
Okay.
first of all, a warm welcome to our channel.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations, you have got your visa. How you are feeling now?
So I'm really very happy because there were many obstacles, but still I got my visa. So I'm very happy.
Okay, we will talk about everything, what you have said, your obstacles, your process, everything in detail. So, to start with, I'll start from the basic. The very first question is out of so many countries out there, UK, US, Canada, and so many popular universities, why did you choose Italy only at first?
So Italy provides a free education first of all, and the living costs are also affordable according to Indians. And secondly, most of the students choose USA, Canada, and everything. So that it is difficult to get in those university. And according to my education and my system which I like to study, I thought that Italy provide the particular education to me.
Great, great, great. Well, if as I see you have opted for business administration and management, then there might be a lot of research you have done before picking it because you directly don't jump into a course. Like you do a lot of research behind it. So, do you really suggest this course to everyone who wants to pursue something related to business? And why did you choose this course? Like, do you have something in mind regarding the same?
First of all, my background was in commerce, so I preferred to choose business administration. It is given that it continues with my course. And second of all, uh, in India, there is great demand for business administration and management. So I thought this was a good choice.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, going ahead with your journey, the very first part that comes is about document preparation, maybe one of the most hectic parts throughout the process, right? So, like, how
Yes,
did you
sir.
manage all those documents and everything at first?
It was difficult because when I wanted to apply for the university, the deadlines were closed and the winter vacations were going on in my school. So I had to ask the teachers personally so that I could go to their house and take the recommendation letters. And then I had to go to school because it had to be under the letterhead. And rest documents were easy to prepare. Only it was the letter of recommendation and medium of instruction that took me some difficulties to collect.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Now, talking of the most important documents that you need for your visa or everything is your financial documents. How did you manage all that funds and everything in your process?
My sponsor is my father. So he managed the funds, and since he had some savings, he thought of using it on me. And then he also had the salaries which he collected throughout the year. And it was pretty much it that sufficed for the application of visa.
So it was all about the savings you had till now from your father's account to
Yes, sir.
get into a university, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now, talking of this course, or particularly Italian country, their process is not that easy. There are so many things involved in it. So, how do you see, like, how long did it take for you to complete this process?
About 10 months. About 10 months because I had to give exams and then all the processes take some time. So it was about 10 months. I started in December because I did not have a passport even at the starting, and then it continued from December onwards.
Okay, perfect. It is a long process. We do agree with that. Now, talking of your visa and your experience, like the most important part I'll ask today is how did you prepare for the visa interview?
First of all, I watched different videos on YouTube because we never know. It was the first try, so we never know what they are gonna ask and all. And one thing that I realized was in many of the videos, people say that when the interviewer asks you a question, you need to answer what is written in your CV or in your documents you
Exactly.
have provided. But when I answered that, the interviewer told me to say something different since they have read all about me. So I suggest that you put something different, but not too much different that they get confused and there are some obstacles.
All right, all right. That was really a good tip. Actually, something worth keeping in mind because you should know what you have written in your CV, your documents, but you should know something out of that part as well. They might ask you, as they did
Yes.
with you in your case.
Like they
Exactly.
asked me, why did you choose Italy and the course? I stick, stuck to the thing that I wrote on my, I mean, the cover letter. But they said, I have read this. You should add something new if you want to say that. So that's why I'm asking you the question. So that was my experience. Rest was good.
Okay, okay. I see, I see. But throughout the process, there might have been some obstacles too. How did you get
Yes.
tackle those things?
uh, if you see in the checklist of every visa consulate, they add that you can either book a ticket or you can add 2000 euros extra. So I preferred to add 2000 euros extra in my bank, but then in the consulate, they told me you need to book a ticket. So that was the
All
difficulty. But anyhow, I wrote to the consulate. Eurodreams helped me. Thanks for the suggestion. Eurodreams helped me. We wrote to the Italian consulate, and then they said that you can submit the documents, and if we need anything, we'll ask for it. Because I had to go to Kolkata. I don't live in Kolkata, so it was difficult.
All right. I guess that was one of exactly right. I mean, this is a difficult part you got to go through. Now, other than
Because
that,
if they
like
need a ticket, they shouldn't mention alternative for it. They should mention
exactly.
clearly, or they shouldn't be doing that. So
All right, all right. That was tough luck for you at that moment. But as you say about your visa and overall process, like, do you have some tips other than this for the viewers or someone who is new to apply to this process?
first of all, you need to be confident, because where the confidence drops, you are going to give up. And this process is worth it. It's really worth it. If you get to a good university, you can enjoy very much and you can learn new things. And pretty much it. You should always follow the instructions, and if there is something written, you shouldn't avoid it. You should present all the documents. You shouldn't be thinking that I can avoid this and they won't be asking for it. Because when I applied with my documents and all, I saw many students, they avoided some documents and then there was difficulties.
Okay, so in short, if I say you want the students to be well prepared with the documents as they are very important part of the
Yes, sir.
process. Perfect,
And
perfect.
always keep a checklist so you don't miss out things.
Exactly. You got to check the checklist first before applying to things like that. Now, other than this, like when we talk of visa interview, you have talked about confidence that it is really important. Other than that, other than the confidence, what were the tips that you followed throughout this process?
First of all, I believed Eurodreams because I was new to the process and they were guiding me. And Eurodreams, even Eurodreams, they helped me a lot. And other than that, there is nothing I need to share because everything Eurodreams is going to help you out with it.
Okay, perfect. So, in short, you had a full support from our side.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now, overall process has been really good for you, what I guess till now. But before I say something about your process, you have lived those days, those 10 months. How was your overall experience? Like, what did you feel? There were some challenges, as you have said. What were the moments? How did you keep yourself up? And what about your parents at that moment?
First, at first, when I told my parents, they weren't convinced. I won't lie, they weren't convinced. But then I said that if I give the exam and I do well, would you let me do it? And I mean, the exams were good. I scored well, and then they agreed. So it wasn't much, but I did need to convince them.
Okay, perfect. So it was important to get permission from your parents first before applying to a university, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, talking of the funds, how much fund did you issue exactly, if you
It was
remember?
around 15 lakhs, 15 lakhs.
15 lakh rupees. Now, I hope you are confident that you will have a scholarship amount too, and it will be really easy process for you to guide
Yes,
you
sir.
through this 2 3 years, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm
Perfect,
confident
perfect,
about
Manman.
my finances.
Okay. Now, other than what we have discussed about visa, then its processes, there is documents related to your personal background. So, were there any difficulties? Like maybe it can be one and the same certificate if it was applicable to you, or there may
No.
be some
Uh,
personal details.
no, there wasn't that difficulty. My father was the one who made the certificate, and since he's well known in my village, so it was a pretty smooth process.
Okay, perfect. Then you had a great chance. Then it was perfect for you.
Yes, sir.
Great, great, great. Now, if I tell you to like show or share your experience, complete experience of 10 months in 1 minute, then what would you say? Including Euro dreams, including your personal obstacles, achievements, everything throughout this 10 months.
It was that I was scared, but I did it. I didn't give up, and I'm happy about it. I was really very scared because I just turned 18, and my parents weren't convinced until I think late June or July, which is recently. They weren't totally
All right.
convinced, and I was really scared because what if they change their mind in the last moments or something? But then everything got well.
So you are the happiest person right now, having your visa in your
Yes,
hand
sir.
and ready to take on to the international level.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great, Manmai. You had a great story. Your work was really good. And yes, as we say, start preparing as early as you can because if you take her example, she took 10 months to get through this whole process. So start it as early as you can. I guess you will suggest the same thing, right?
Yes, sir. Start as early so that you can have all the documents in hand. You don't have any last minute problems like I did with my school certificate. And that's all.
So to conclude with, if I say about you, then you had your visa in just 10 days, which is really a great, great news. Like getting your visa in 10 days, it itself is a big news. So what do you say about that? Because there are so many who don't get visa even in months. So what do you say about that process of just 10 days of visa?
So, first of all, you need to prepare all the documents perfectly. There shouldn't be any missing document because if there is, they will ask you for it and it will take time as they ask for you again and again about different documents. And what I felt was that ticket part that I mentioned, they asked me just the ticket. I got them the ticket, and I think in a day they dispatched my visa, and the next day it reached me. And I applied on 24th and I received my visa on 4th of August. I applied on 24th July and received on 4th of August. So it was like a good thing. And since there were many students who had applied before me and hadn't received the visa, I was scared. But then all got well.
Okay, it was luck with dedication, a lot of hard work, and a great guidance that has decided or that has went on to give you visa in just 10 days, right?
Yes, sir. And
Okay,
even the
perfect.
people in the consulate, they are very helpful. The VFS people, they are very helpful, except if you haven't provided them any document. They
Okay,
do ask for it, they do force you, but then they are pretty helpful. I won't deny, they are helpful.
great, great, great. So it was a great story, really great talking to you. You had a great story. It is one of the best stories we have covered. 10 days and you have your visa in hand. Great news. Again, a big congratulations to you. And for our audience, it was a small video with our another students, and there are more such videos coming up for you. The real experience and the real things our student went through. So stay with us for more such videos. And yes, thanks for watching.